Now on Fast Track News, this week was Mental Health Action Week. Find out about how campus celebrated.
Plus, the presidential lecture series is back, and Mung Chang spoke with Lisa Su, the CEO of a semiconductor company.
And find out about how the honor that Purdue's Chief of Police, Leslie Weedy, just received. All your campus news, weather, and sports is straight ahead. Fast Track is back. Happy Friday, Boilermakers. I'm Emma Sharpley.
And I'm Hannah Guy. It's Friday, March 6th. Here's a look at your campus news for the week. First, it's Mental Health Action Week here at Purdue. Reporter Lydia Deniston has the story.
Mental Health Action Week kicked off amidst the midterm season here on campus. I'm going to give you a look at some of the events happening on campus and how students are prioritizing their mental health this week. More than 200 organizations are taking part in Mental Health Action Week this year, hosting events designed to promote student well-being and connection across Purdue's campuses. From hands-on activities to conversations about campus resources, daily events give students a chance to step away between classes and prioritize their mental health. Wellbeing Wednesday brought students to the Co-Rec Feature Gym for free Chick-fil-A, snacks, activities, and opportunities to connect with campus organizations.
I know about the events the business school puts on, not the whole school in general. They do kind of like a device like detox, things like that.
The week kicked off Monday with events hosted by Purdue Student Government and Purdue Graduate Student Government, welcoming students with cotton candy, popcorn, and inflatables on the Croc lawn. Organizers say the goal is simple, to remind students that they're not alone and that support is available.
I hope that students see a sense of belonging and a sense of community here at Purdue, and that they're not alone, and that there's plenty of students around them who are going through the same things and plenty of students around them to support them.
Mental Health Action Week will wrap up Friday with Unity Day on Memorial Mall with food trucks, games, and performances in celebration. I'm Lydia Deniston, reporting for Fast Track News.
Thank you, Lydia. The Mental Health Action Week goes until March 6th.
A full list of events can be found on the student organization website. Meteorologist Ella Dankanix is here with a first look at the forecast.
Good afternoon, Boilers, and welcome back. We have a high of 73 today, which is definitely warmer than what we've been seeing in the past few weeks, with a low of 49. We saw some morning showers today, but we are going to be cloudy for the rest of the day. We could see a sprinkle here and there, but nothing too crazy. Looking a little bit into our weather for today, currently we are 68 degrees with cloudy conditions. At 3 p.m. we're going to be a little bit windy, but still 73. 6 p.m. we're still going to be windy, dropping the temperature down just a little bit to 71, and at 9 p.m. 66 with cloudy conditions, and 11 p.m. windy again with our high of 65. Stay tuned because we're going to be talking about some showers coming in tomorrow and how we're going to have some clear conditions into next week.
Purdue University will soon transition to a new system for account security. Beginning May 29, 2026, Purdue will adopt Microsoft Multi-Factor Authentication for all university accounts, replacing the dual mobile system currently used across campus. The change will affect Purdue locations in West Lafayette, Indianapolis, Purdue Northwest, and Purdue Fort Wayne. Under the new system, users will sign in with their Purdue email and password and verify their identity using Microsoft MFA methods, such as the Microsoft Authenticator app, text message codes, or phone calls. University officials said the switch will simplify the login process, reduce costs, and create a more consistent security system across Purdue services.
As midterm elections approach, Purdue is helping students prepare with an online voting information session. Local officials partnered with Purdue to host a town hall meeting explaining registration and voting options for students. The event featured presentations from Purdue Senior Vice President and General Counsel Stephen Schultz and Tippecanoe County election staff member Mike Smith. Schultz spoke about Purdue's role in the election process.
The university is not itself the critic. It is the home and the sponsor of critics. That is, we want our scholars and our students to be engaged themselves as critics in the political debate. As soon as the university enters into one side of that debate, we've sort of chilled the discussion or potentially chilled the discussion or swayed it to one side.
Under Indiana law, students can choose to register to vote in Tippecanoe County or in their home county or state. Out-of-state students are cautioned to do research before registration in the Indiana, as it may impact their education funding and residency in the future. The voting registration deadline in Indiana is April 6. Vote centers will return to campus after a one-year hiatus. The COREC and First United Methodist Church will be open for early voting, and the COREC will host on Election Day. Downtown Lafayette locations are accessible by bus. Voting access was a concern voiced by PSG member at the session, but the university officials say there are ample opportunities, including weekend and evening hours, and the option to submit absentee ballots. A recording of the session is available online. Purdue will host campus voter registration drive on March 25th. Purdue University Police Chief Leslie Weedy has been appointed by Indiana Governor Mike Braun to serve on the Board of Trustees for the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. The institute helps guide statewide strategies for both criminal and juvenile justice, traffic safety, and victim services. Weedy, a 26-year veteran of the Purdue University Police Department, began her career as a patrol officer in 1999 and was named chief in 2022. She says the appointment is both an honor and opportunity to collaborate with leaders across Indiana's justice system. Weedy's term on the board will run through December 31st, 2029.
The presidential lecture series returned this week as Mung Chiang sat down with Lisa Su. Su is the CEO and chair of Advanced Micro Devices, a semiconductor company working to advance AI data centers. Chiang and Su sat down to discuss the intersection of AI and semiconductors and what the future of AI may look like.
AI is a great foundational technology today, but it is nowhere near as good as it can be if we apply it correctly. I think anything that we can do to generate power, cleaner, faster, more cost-effective will allow us to unlock the potential for more intelligence.
Su also stressed the importance of partnerships in the future of AI, saying that one of AMD's core principles is to build deep partnerships.
How can we make 1 + 1 is greater than 3? By taking our expertise together with the software capability of giants like Meta and OpenAI and creating that next wave of AI.
President Chiang will continue the presidential lecture series on March 25th, the CEO of Adobe. More information can be found at purdue.edu/president.
Construction between the Purdue Memorial Union and Stewart Center has left some students wondering when progress will pick up. This area has been under construction since the last semester, but recently there has been very little visible progress. With the banner saying opening winter 2025, the piles of bricks and other materials surrounding the unfinished courtyard between the Purdue Memorial Union and Stewart Center leave a different story. The project is intended to add waterproofing and reconstruction of an ADA accessible entrance to the Stewart Center, but many students say they have not seen much change in recent weeks. University officials have not announced an updated timeline for when construction in the area will be completed. Up next, see how our brave Boilermakers took an icy dip for a good cause.
And still to come, severe weather season is approaching in Indiana, and we will see how Purdue is urging students, faculty, and staff to prepare for thunderstorms and tornadoes here on campus.
The Thomas Entomological Society is a great place to get to know fellow people who have a love of everything insect, between opportunities to interact with real entomologists, real insects, and just to form a community around the love of bugs. It's a great place for anyone, and we try and be inclusive for everyone as well.
Follow the Thomas A. Entomological Society on Instagram today to see what all the buzz is about.
The Special Olympics of Indiana put on their annual Ice Cold fundraiser here in town. Casey Cervenka has the story.
I'm here at the 27th annual West Lafayette Polar Plunge, and today we're going to be finding out what makes this chilly event so special. Hosted at the Lambert Fieldhouse, the Polar Plunge is a long-standing tradition for many members of the greater Lafayette community. Purdue sports teams, student organizations, and even Pete made an appearance to support the Special Olympics of Indiana. Alongside the plunge, The event hosted a costume contest, silent auction, and plenty more ways to have fun celebrating this inspiring cause. How many times have you been here at the Polar Plunge?
Oh my gosh, I started it here in 2008. So I do 2 plunges every year. So since 2008, I do a plunge every year here, and then I go down to Indian Eagle Creek and plunge down there. It's just a fun event, but the main cause is raising the money for our athletes, which you can see everybody's having a crazy time doing this. So it's a lot of fun. It goes to an extremely good cause to our athletes and just gets them through a whole year of training and competition.
You guys just did the Polar Plunge. How are you feeling?
Really warm. I'm feeling great. It's a ton of fun. Yeah.
Is this your first time doing a Polar Plunge?
No, this is my third year.
This is my third time at a Polar Plunge. It's been awesome every single time.
This is my first time jumping in. I've volunteered the past 2 years.
Yeah, this is my first time.
What are you most excited about today?
I'm excited to be here and have fun with the whole family and group.
It's a good cause, and I like bringing the boys out to plunge.
You guys are about to do the Polar Plunge. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm a little nervous for how cold it's going to be.
I'm excited. Woo!
For Fast Track News from the Lambert Fieldhouse, I'm Casey Cervenka.
We're thankful for the warmth here in the studio, but the Polar Plunge looked like an amazing time supporting such an impactful cause.
Purdue officials are reminding the campus community to be prepared as severe weather season approaches. The university recently shared updated guidance for students, faculty, and staff at both the West Lafayette and Indianapolis locations on how to respond to thunderstorms and tornado warnings. In a memo from Vice President for Physical Facilities and Chief Public Safety Officer Jason Wasson, the university encourages the campus community to review building emergency plans and locate shelter-in-place areas. During a tornado warning, officials say people should move to the lowest level of a building, away from windows and exterior walls, and remain there until the warning expires. Purdue also recommends staying informed through weather apps, local media, and signing up for Purdue Alert emergency notifications.
Warm weather finally here with spring conditions just around the corner. Stay tuned to hear about our rain expected early tomorrow into early afternoon on Saturday, and for clear conditions into early next week.
Imagine a world where Olympics and Paralympics are unified as one, and where all athletes at all levels have equal opportunities to play and perform at their full potential.
Athletics has been such an influential and transformative aspect of my life. So to me, RISE is about ensuring that every person that has the desire to participate in sport has the opportunity to do so.
This organization is about recognition. We believe in recognizing excellence where it is found, especially in Paralympic sports.
RISE is about driving change in our community and beyond. We hope that through our events and initiatives, we can galvanize people for our cause and inspire them to create an ever-growing network to help achieve our mission.
It's about connecting people of various backgrounds and who truly care about creating meaningful change together.
We develop projects and hold events to bring people together at the interface of inclusivity, sports, and engineering.
Our goal is to promote the equality of all sports and to improve sports performance and accessibility.
Join us so that you can have a major contribution in creating meaningful change.
Welcome back, Boilers. We have some spring weather incoming. We have some Saturday rain showers expected, and we're going to be above average precipitation for the month of March. Looking at our Saturday weather, at 6 a.m., we're going to have some rain showers with a high of 62 degrees. Moving at 8 a.m., when most of us are waking up, it's going to be sunny and 63 degrees. After those showers move through, we're going to have some windier conditions. At 12 p.m., we can expect 66 degrees. And because that rain had moved through, we're actually going to drop down our temperatures just a little bit. And we're going to be cloudy at 6 p.m. with a high of 58. And at 11 p.m., we're going to be all the way down to 45 degrees. Looking at our weather, we can see some showers expected to move in tomorrow. Right there, we're definitely going to expect to see some wetter conditions, so keep your umbrella handy and make sure to have your rain jacket during the game, when you're walking there at least. Looking at our 7-day outlook, today we saw some AM showers with our high of 73 and a low of 49. Saturday, we can also expect to see scattered showers throughout the day. Remember that when you're walking for the game. And we're going to see a high of 66. Saturday, also make sure to go to bed an hour early because on Sunday it is going to be spring forward daylight savings, where we're going to see a high of 61 and some partly cloudy conditions. On Monday, it is going to be 64 degrees and sunny. Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 68 degrees. And on Wednesday, we're going to see some possibility for some scattered showers and a high of only 57 because of that rain bringing down our temperatures just a little bit. Thursday, after that rain has moved through, we can see our temperatures drop all the way down to 42 degrees. All right, it's game day, Boilers. Saturday, we're versing Wisconsin. At tip-off, we're going to be around 61 degrees. Halftime, you can expect around 58. And at the end of the game, it's going to be around 55. Looking into next week, we're going to be drier during the week Monday through Tuesday. Wednesday, we can expect some showers, but as those showers move through, we can expect some again on Friday, which we will have to see next week.
Just ahead, a rough week for Purdue basketball. What went wrong against Michigan State and Ohio State?
And a team you may not have heard about, the Women's Water Polo Club hosts a tournament right here in West Lafayette. I'm Ellie Jones.
And I'm Jonah Blankenhorn. Don't go away, sports is next. Purdue men's basketball had a busy week. They played Michigan State at home last Thursday, then went on the road to Ohio State and Northwestern. Here with more details on the home game against Michigan State is sports reporter Courtney Bragg.
That's right, I'm here in Mackey Arena where we just watched the Purdue Boilermakers face off against the Michigan State Spartans in a Big Ten matchup. This was a big game for both the Boilers and the Spartans. For both teams, winning means being one step closer to the Big Ten title. It was also an important night for point guard Braden Smith, who was slated to gain his 1,000th career assist. Michigan State earned the first points of the game, but were quickly answered by Smith and forward Trey Kaufman-Renn, which sparked a 9-point run by the Boilers in the early minutes of the game. Purdue led going into halftime 39-36, but the game was far from over. The Spartans came back swinging, beating down the Boilers at every chance. In the last moments of the game, Michigan State gained the lead going 76-74, leaving 4 seconds on the shot clock. The ball was handed off to Smith, but he was unable to land the three, and the Boilers were dealt with a devastating loss by the Spartans. Michigan State coach Tom Izzo discussed their close game with the Boilers.
Braden Smith, there's a reason he's the Player of the Year candidate, and I thought we did a decent job on him, but he's a hell of a player, and they got a hell of a team. It was just our night. They made threes. We weathered the storm of all those threes. To do that on the road in Mackey Arena, I think was, I'll give my team some credit on that.
Braden Smith also only had praise for the Spartans.
I mean, they're a good team, and they push and transition like probably the best in the country, so it's difficult if they're live ball turnovers for us to even really get back because they're just pushing it so quick, and they got guys running the floor, and obviously they're a good team, so they're going to make shots and make us pay.
Despite the tough loss, the Boilers put up a good fight, and Smith did earn his 1,000th career assist. For Fast Track Sports, I'm Courtney Bragg.
What a tough loss it was, but what a great accomplishment for Smith.
Absolutely. Only 5 other players in NCAA history have ever reached 1,000 assists, and there's still plenty of time in the season for that number to rise.
That's right. Boilermaker fans should look forward to seeing just how high Smith can rise in the all-time ranks.
But unfortunately, the Michigan State loss wasn't the end of the rough patch for the Boilers.
The Boilermakers face Ohio State on the road on Sunday, hoping to bounce back against an unranked opponent. But the Buckeyes had other plans. They secured their 3rd straight win against Purdue by a score of 82-74. Ohio State stayed on the glass, out-rebounding the Boilers 36-29. Smith scored 20 points with 7 assists and 2 steals. Trey Kaufman-Wren had 19 points, shooting 8 for 12 on the night. Amari Bynum had a clutch shot from the arc, and Devin Royal had a putback slam to put them back up 11, where the black and gold just couldn't catch back up. The losses to Michigan State and Ohio State dropped Purdue's rank from 8 all the way to 15, but the Boilers used that as motivation for their game on Wednesday.
That's right, Jonah. And CJ Cox was especially motivated. He showed up and showed out against the Wildcats of Northwestern University. He put up a career high of 27 points on Wednesday. He shined within a tough game for the Boilers, where they drifted throughout. The game came down to the last play, where Northwestern had a critical turnover at 14.9 seconds left and down 2. After a series of back-and-forth free throws, Coach Painter and his men took the win. Braden Smith is now top 10 in the Purdue scoring list with his 9 points in Wednesday's contest at Northwestern.
The Boilers are looking to finish out their regular season with a bang tomorrow on senior night when they take on the Wisconsin Badgers in Mackey Arena at 4 p.m.
And Purdue women's basketball stepped up in a big way on Sunday, securing a much-needed win. Also over the Northwestern Wildcats by a score of 67-62 to secure a spot in the Big Ten tournament. Nia Smith, Kiki Smith, and Tara Day made a statement in Sunday's game against the Wildcats, putting up a total score of 51 points. This trio of guards helped lead the black and gold to the significant win. This ended the dry streak, giving Purdue its first regular season finale win since 2017 against Northwestern. Sunday's big win earned Purdue the 14th seed in the Big Ten tournament. The Boilermakers opened up tournament play with a matchup against 11th seed Oregon, though unfortunately the Boilermakers did not come out on top, losing 82-64 to the Ducks, ending their hopes of a postseason run.
This past weekend, Purdue baseball absolutely dominated in their weekend series against Marist College in North Carolina. The Boilers won all 4 games against their competitor, ending the weekend with a sweep. Let's take a closer look at the details from those games. On Friday, the Black and Gold won their game 9-4, and in Saturday's doubleheaders, the scores ended 11-10 and 8-2. And finally, on Sunday, they blew out Marist in a 7-inning game, final score 18-1. Some star players from this weekend included transfer Jarvis Evans, who led Purdue pitchers with 8 strikeouts and 0 walks this weekend. Catcher and outfielder Sergio DiCello ended their weekend with a grand slam, bringing in the last 4 runs out of the 18 they had already had, and now, graduate student CJ Richmond got his 3rd long ball of the season, leading his team in home runs. The Boilers are hoping to continue their success into tonight and the rest of the weekend as they face Big Ten competitor Oregon in their first conference home tonight at Alexander Field. First pitch at 4 p.m.
The Purdue Boilermakers softball team closed out a perfect 5-0 weekend, outscoring their opponents 48-5 and showing explosive offense and dominant pitching. The Boilers scored in early innings, kept up constant pressure at the plate, and finished strong in every game, including an 8-2 victory over Western Carolina to wrap up the weekend. This record-setting weekend highlights a team firmly in command on both sides of the ball. Julia Gossett was named Big Ten Pitcher of the Week for her exceptional performance during the same weekend. She accounted for 3 of Purdue's 5 wins, pitched 16.2 innings without allowing a run, and allowed just 3 hits over 4 appearances and struck out 28 batters, highlighting her dominance on the mound. This honor marks the 2nd time in her career she has earned the Big Ten Pitcher of the Week. Purdue's perfect weekend and Gossett's conference honor will lead them into the Boilermaker Classic this weekend.
Last Friday, Purdue women's tennis closed out its non-conference schedule with a strong 5-2 victory over Xavier at home. The Boilermakers dropped the doubles point early but quickly took control during singles play, winning 5 of the 6 matches to secure the team victory. Leading the way once again was Ejay Genger, who proved to 8-1 on the season with a straight set win. Genger also picked up a doubles win alongside partner Ida Clement, giving the pair a 2-0 record together. Clement followed with another impressive singles performance, winning 6-4, 6-1 for her 2nd straight victory. Freshman Emmy Kalishko also added to the momentum, earning her 2nd collegiate win in a 3-set battle. With the win, Purdue improves to 4-4 overall and 4-1 at home this season. The Boilermakers now turn their attention to Big Ten play, traveling to Bloomington next Saturday to face Indiana. Purdue men's tennis shut out Illinois State 4-0 last Thursday in West Lafayette. Freshmen Jacob Lee and Nikola Hovic helped secure the doubles point before adding singles win. Mushaba Ali Khan clinched the match as Purdue improves to 4-5 on the season.
From the tennis courts to the track, Purdue Track and Field closed out the Big Ten Indoor Championships last weekend in Indianapolis with 7 podium finishes. The Boilermakers were led by the 4x400 meter relay team as Jax Coleman, Samuel Vassat, Zach Malenik, and Zion Green finished second with a season best time of 3 minutes and 4.97 seconds, just 0.02 seconds shy of the school record. Shaduzi Kalu also earned silver in the triple jump with a personal best mark of 16.01 meters. Vassat delivered one of the weekend's top performances, breaking the Purdue school record and the French indoor record in the 400 meters with a time of 45.38 seconds. On the women's side, Ashley Odiasi set a new school record in the 200 meters, running 23.34 seconds to finish 5th. Zoe Sullivan also had a strong performance, placing 4th in the 60-meter hurdles. The Purdue men finished 10th in the team standings, while the women placed 15th. Qualifiers will travel to Fayetteville, Arkansas for the NCAA Indoor Championships March 13th and 14th, while the rest of the team opens the outdoor season later this month.
Purdue men's swimming and diving delivered one of the strongest championship performances in program history at the 2026 Big Ten Championships, finishing 6th overall with 783 points, rewriting the record book along the way. The Boilermakers shattered 6 team records and 3 freshman records over 4 days in Madison, Wisconsin. Max Miller led the way with gold in the 1-meter dive, earning all Big Ten honors. Tyler Wills captured silver on platform, marking the 9th time in the last 10 years Purdue has had a platform medalist. In the pool, freshman sensation Giannis Dezerkalis made his case as the fastest Boilermaker ever, breaking the school record in the 50 free and posting the fastest release splits in program history. He was later named to the Big Ten All-Freshman team. Evan McAsee reset program records in the 400 IM and 500 free. Blake Rowe broke the 200 back record, and Biko Hooper-Haviland added a freshman record in the 200 fly. Add in diving dominance, NCAA qualifying times, and a relay bid, this was a statement week for Purdue men's swimming and diving.
And this past weekend, the Purdue Women's Water Polo Club hosted their annual home tournament right here in West Lafayette. In case you're unfamiliar, Jonah Blankenhorn dives right in to show us how competitive this sport is.
From February 28th to March 1st, the Purdue Women's Water Polo Club were matched against Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois in their annual home tournament. On day 1, the team suffered in their first game with a heavy loss to Wisconsin 14-10. The Boilers did turn the day around with a sweet win against Iowa 8-4. The next day, Purdue unfortunately had a back-to-back loss. The first game was a close loss against Wisconsin 8-7, then Illinois took the win 9-4. After the tournament, members of the team shared some accomplishments.
I think the biggest accomplishment for us was just working really well together as a team, and I think everybody works together really well, and we all take advice from each other really well and just help each other get better at the game.
We had a really close game against Wisconsin, so I'm excited to play them again because that will be a good game. We also had our win against Iowa, which is also a huge win for us.
The Boilers also shared what they hope to learn and improve upon from the games.
Well, I think the biggest thing for us right now is working on man downs because we have some issues like with organization and just communication when we are man down.
We have to work as a team, especially on offense when it comes to taking shots out on the perimeter and driving in, not just relying on one person.
I'd say just overall awareness in the pool, getting back on defense really quick, and just knowing where the ball is overall so we can all be on the same page. This tournament will help plan further practices and new goals for our Big Ten tournaments coming up in April.
With this home tournament complete, Purdue will now make plans for this upcoming weekend at Northwestern. Reporting for Fast Track Sports, I'm Jonah Blankenhorn.
On March 7th and 8th, the team will face off not only against Northwestern, but the University of Chicago and the University of Illinois as well.
That's a wrap for sports.
But stay tuned, Fast Track will be right back after this quick timeout.
We have our meetings where people can come in, write, draw on cards. We send them over to specific hospitals.
So I joined Letters of Love because the original creator of Letters of Love, her mom
had cancer growing up, and she took all of these letters that her mom had made. So being able to give back to an organization that can make these kids feel like human again was the most important thing to me.
Now it's time for our question of the week.
We asked students if they had any final words for our basketball seniors, Fletcher Lawyer, Braden Smith, and Trey Kaufman-Wren, as they head into their last home game in Mackey Arena this weekend.
Braden Smith, just do your best.
At least make it to the Sweet 16 or I'll be mad.
And my advice for the Purdue basketball team is just go out there, play hard, play Indiana basketball, and sub out Fletcher Lawyer. He's not made a shot in a little while. So I love TKR. I love Oscar Clough, Oscar Meyer as well. Just want to. Not looking good, Fletcher.
And my advice is to get a really good win because it's not only their last senior game, but it's also my last game to watch in Mackey, and I'd rather watch us beat one of our Big Ten rivals.
That's all for your campus news this week.
Have a great weekend, Boilermakers.